Hey team, today we're going over some basic nunchuck skills. These are the foundational skills for our advanced kata chuck form 1, which is introduced at the advanced level, brown and red belts. Later on for the black belts, we also do chuck form 2. These are the foundational skills, the basic skills for chuck form 1, and really anything going forward, any skill with the nunchucks past that. With the nunchucks, you want to hold them up towards the top. I have this stripe here on mine, a couple inches from the top. That's about where I want to hold them. I don't want to be all the way up at the top and almost interfering with the string here. I also don't want to be down towards the bottom. I've got a lot less control here. I want to be a couple inches from the top, right by the stripe on my nunchucks up here. We're going to start spinning them backwards, and then we'll go forwards. These spins are very foundational for any strikes that we do, going down or going up. We'll spin most of the time like this, and then we'll strike. We're going to go back to start. I'm spinning back toward the wall behind me. I can go one at a time. I can go the other. We'll do different strikes in the kata in chuck form 1, and with the nunchucks where one is going or both are going at the same time. Again, that is backwards. Very, very useful, simply for muscle memory, to simply sit here and spin the chucks. I can go forward as well, towards the camera now. I want to be out to the side here as opposed to too close to me or in front this way. Either way, I'm spinning backwards, or if I'm going forwards, I want them out to the side this way. And again, this is very foundational, very useful for a lot of the strikes that we'll do, as well as the catch that I just did as well. We'll work on the catch in a minute here, but these spins going forward or backwards, we'll do for almost any strike that we do. Most of the time we're going to spin the chuck and then strike going down or going up. Anytime we're going up, the chuck will go back. The chuck naturally wants to go up. If I'm going back, it naturally wants to go that way. If I'm going forwards, well, if we're going down, I mean, the chuck is going to go forwards. I'm going to spin forward because the chuck naturally wants to go down. We're going to strike up towards the shoulders very frequently. Most of the time it will be spinning backwards one time and then going to the shoulders. As you practice, if you want to spin it many times and then whenever you're ready, go up the shoulders, that is fine. When you're going to the shoulders, you don't want to be directly on your collarbone. You don't want to be out too far to the sides either. You're almost hitting your upper back with the chuck. You don't want to hit here, your shoulder. You're almost hitting your upper back with it this way. We'll go down to strike as well. If we're going down, probably from the shoulders, we will spin them forward, most likely one time. Again, if you want to practice it, spinning forward many times until you're ready to go down and then strike down, that is fine. We'll most likely be in a horse stance or a hard bow. If we are in a hard bow, we will be for the kata for chuck form 1 at a couple different points. You don't want to turn into a horse stance and come back up. The goal is to strike in the middle of your thigh and stay in the hard bow stance as you're striking your leg. From there, if we swing the legs, we'll probably go back up to the shoulders, swinging them back one time, coming up to my shoulders. Again, you can swing as many times as you practice, as you'd like. Once we build up into different chuck skills in the kata, we will do it just one time. So we'll go a lot of the time for practice at least, and in the kata, we'll go to the shoulders, the legs, and then back to the armpits to catch. We'll go over the catch and then put them all together. For the catch, you want to keep your hands away from your armpits. That's one of the main details. As I catch them, as you can see my hands, there's a good amount of space between my hand and my armpit here. We're catching them in our armpits. I'm bringing my elbow, my arm in this way to catch it. I don't want to almost try and maneuver the chuck into my armpit with my hands. And I also want to keep the string away from my armpits. So as I'm catching, I'm catching pretty much the lower half of the chuck and not near the strings like this. Not near the strings or towards the top of the chuck. I'm catching the lower half of it here, keeping my hands away from the chuck, catching this way. When the instructor ever says chamber the chucks, you're going to spin them back one time, go to the shoulders, spin them forwards, and then catch. That is considered chamber in the chucks. We'll start chuck form 1 and eventually chuck form 2 with the chucks chambered in your armpits. I go back one time up to my shoulders, forward once, and then I'm catching. If I say chamber the chucks, that's what I'm doing. Anytime we also chamber the chucks, we're not going to breathe. No breathing as you chamber the chucks. The kata will have breathing in it, but no breathing if we're just chambering the chucks. Putting all 3 strikes together now, I'm going to go up. We do this in chuck form 1 actually as well. I'm going to go back one time, up to my shoulders. Forward one time, down to my legs. Up to my shoulders. Forward again, and I'm catching in my armpits. As a reminder, hands are away here. I'm not going like this to catch. I'm catching here, the bottom half of the chuck. Circling up to my shoulders, back one time and up, forward one time and down to my legs, back one time up to my shoulders, forwards once and catch it. Full pace. Going up to the shoulders, down to my legs, up to my shoulders, and back to my armpits. Again, anytime you're going down, they'll go forwards. Anytime you're going up, the chucks will go back this way. Full pace, one more time. One more foundational skill with the nunchucks is the figure 8. With the figure 8, this is what it looks like, full pace. You don't need to be able to do both at once, but you do need to know both hands apart from each other. What the figure 8 is an X. Think like you're drawing an X in front of you. As you practice, you can start big. I'm making an X with the chuck and eventually making it smaller and smaller to eventually where I'm just moving my wrist here and it's a very small motion. A little bit bigger is fine, but eventually you don't want it this big. For now you can practice it with that big and then bring it smaller. With the figure 8, I'm starting on one side. I'm bringing it up and kind of swinging the chuck, swinging, not striking, but swinging it down to the other side. Coming up on this side, down to the other side. Again, this is very slow. Coming up, striking down here, up, striking. Eventually, I'm just doing that at a quicker pace and moving my arm less and less. And you want to be able to do it off each hand, coming up, down on the other side, up, I'm swinging down to the other side, up, swinging down to the other side, swinging and making an X with the chuck this way. As a recap, we went over spinning the chucks backwards as well as spinning them forwards. We went over chambering the chucks, coming back, going up to the shoulders, forwards, and catching. And we built up to swinging back up to the shoulders, forwards, down to the legs, up to the shoulders, and then catching the chucks. As well as the figure 8. Off either hand, again, you're making an X with the chuck in front of you here, and eventually you do want to be able to catch the chuck after the figure 8, bringing it in the same way as if you were spinning them forwards from your shoulders. These are the foundational skills for the nunchucks. Feel free to practice. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask down below or in class. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the mats.